Ladies and before we get started to this podcast is brought to you by Final Form Subs. Final Form Subs is a supplement brand for everybody. If you need a multivitamin, I got multivitamins here. You need a multivitamin. If you need creatine, protein powder, organic bars of soap, if you need lifting gear, gym bag, you name it. You need stuff for your hair, your skin, your nails, beauty, personal care, all that stuff, gains, whatever you need, Final Form Subs has it. Go to finalformsubs.com. That's SUPPS, finalformsubs.com. Use promo code CoachStrib, all caps, no space. Get 10% off your order on supplements and personal care. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the NBA Coverage. I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Coach Calvin, and we are going to talk about round 2 of the NBA playoffs and kind of how things are transpiring. So first we have Celtics, Cavs. Celtics have gone ahead and clinched their spot in the Eastern Conference Finals. They beat the Cavs 4-1. Knicks and Pacers. Knicks are up 3-2, so it's an elimination game for the Pacers. So we'll see how that game goes down. OKC, Dallas Mavs. The Mavs are up 3-2 to OKC. Denver versus Timberwolves. Denver is up 3-2 to the Timberwolves. So Coach Calvin, what are you noticing from what's working for teams and what's not working for teams here in the second round of the playoffs?
So let's talk about this real quick. Let's talk about the Cavs and Celtics series. The Cavs, they beat them, what, 4-1 or whatever? Like, basically almost.
The Celtics.
Yeah, my fault. Celtics, Cavs, and everything. Gentlemen, keeping everything to say and all that. I think – so who are they playing now? They're going to be playing the Pacers, right?
The winner of the Pacers and Knicks. Because that series is not over yet.
Man, I'm going to be honest. Missing Kristaps is going to hurt them. I think just from the center spot, because he can space the floor, he can shoot, mobile big and everything. Who's their center right now they got? Is it Al Horford?
Al Horford, and I think Al Horford's their primary.
Right
now.
So not to Al and everything, but like he's old, man. Like he just ain't got it. He ain't the Atlanta Hawks Al that we know and everything. Now depending on who the Celtics play, I think their best bet is to play. Man, I don't know about this one, man. Now that I'm thinking about it, because you got Miles Turner. Great. He's been playing hella good in the series and everything like that. Stretch big, can do all that stuff. I think they're the best matchup for the Celtics to win is obviously, I think it's probably going to be the Pacers, to be honest. I just think that the way Jalen Brunson's playing right now, OG's playing, Dante, all those guys, man, I think they just I feel like the Knicks have something to prove and everything. And they're doing this all without Julius Randle. Remember that. Doing that all without Julius Randle.
And Bogdanovich.
Yeah. And you get Julius Randle and Bogdanovich back. That's a scary team, dude. And Jalen Brunson's probably still putting up the same numbers that he is and everything. But yeah, I think the whoever goes into it, hopefully I honestly want to see the Knicks just go because Jalen Brunson's been playing his ass off. So yeah, now going to the other ones and everything, I didn't think the Thunder. I thought the Thunder would be on top, to be honest, in the series right now. I think that it's coming down to the Mavs have definitely been there in that situation and everything. The Mavs, you play the Mavs, bro. It's a 7-game series, in my opinion. I really think so. I mean, you got Luka doing it, Kyrie. Lively, bro. Lively. He's gonna be a big. He might need a contract extension the way he's been playing, bro. He's been playing good. Not to knock the Thunder or anything, man. They're just a young team. They don't have anybody that's been there and everything, man. You got a young SGA that's trying to lead the team and everything, which I think he's doing a great job and doing what he can. Is just when your team is average age is what, like 22 or something like that, 23.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's tough, man. The biggest thing I think for them is to keep that core. both of the Williams, SGA, Chet, all those guys. Like you got to keep those guys there if you guys want to keep on going to the finals and getting deep and everything. And obviously, like once you get to that point and everything, that's when the real like fight is going to be against and everything like that. Um, at Denver Timberwolves, man, I want to see the Timberwolves do it, but I mean it's hard to go against Jokic and the Nuggets, man. I mean they were down 2-0 and everything. They got it back to 3-2. They're 3-2 now. Like I mean it's tough, man. And they're playing at Denver. Are they playing at Denver? No, 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 no.
Today they're at Minnesota.
They're at Minnesota. So Minnesota got to protect home court, bro. Like, and this is the game where will that put them out? Yeah, they'll put them out of the.
If they lose,
Yeah,
yeah, it's elimination for Timberwolves.
yeah, man. You can't get elimination game at the house, man. And then obviously you're gonna have to go back on the road and still one at their house, which it's hard to play at the defending champs home arena. So I don't know, man. But I will say this. I will say this. Whoever is going to be the NBA championship team is coming out of the West. I don't think the East has it. I really don't. And like I said when we were at the cigar shop, man, I think Jason Tatum has reached his ceiling. I just don't think that there's not too much improvement that he's going to do. Maybe shot efficiency and everything, better shots, but just as a player, bro, I just don't see it. I really don't.
Here's my hot take. I think this is the year for the Celtics. I've been reevaluating. I'm watching games, even without Porzingis, which since they've already ended their series, there might be enough rest time for them where Kristaps is back for this next series. And then whoever they play, whether it's Pacers or Knicks, I think if they play the Pacers, they can get by without Porzingis, and I think he'll be ready for the finals. If they play the Knicks, I think they need Porzingis, but regardless, I think they can still win without him. Even if Porzingis isn't ready, I think they can still beat the Knicks. I think they can still beat the Pacers. When it comes to the finals, they're going to need him, like you said. He stretched the floor. He's rebounder. He can score. He can score on the perimeter.
It's his presence too, dude. He's a 7-footer. Like
He's rim protector, yes. Guys are altering their shot when they gotta go when they drive the basket and they see him. They gotta alter their shots. It's a harder percent shot. But I'm watching the Knicks, and yes, they've had an easier road to the finals than the teams in the West. They're beating up on the Cavs. Donovan Mitchell didn't even play his last game, and they're out. Chris LeVert. They were who else was interested? I mean, they had a slew of injuries. And then I forget who they beat in the first round, but they were also heavily injured. But I think this is the year for the Celtics. And it's not because
I'm not mad at that take because you explained it really well, to be honest.
and yeah, but to your point, I don't think it comes down to Tatum. I think Tatum does what he does. Brown, I think it comes down to the supporting cast the Celtics have built around Brown and Tatum. I think they got one of the best benches in the NBA. And we all know when it comes to making a run in the finals and winning, you got to have a bench. You got Al Horford, who had a phenomenal night last night to seal the deal. You got Holiday. Like, I mean, you got guys their supporting cast is stepping up and doing what they need to do to help their big guys, their all stars win. And I think that's what's going to be the difference maker.
And this is another take I'm gonna say. You may agree, you may not, you may disagree. I think if they don't win, that whole Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown conversation, who needs to go, I think that will get brought back up. I really
don't
do.
think so.
I think so.
I think it's easy to say that because we expect them to win one. But because let's be honest, this is gonna be their third straight Eastern Conference final, right? Mm-hmm. So having them together, I don't think that's the problem. It's working. They're getting to they're getting to the dance. They went to the finals. They've gone to the Eastern Conference Finals 3 times in a row. Because I think if you split them up, they don't make it back to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think if you split them up,
no,
because because here's what I've noticed: they got so their chemistry together so well. We've all talked about early on with Tatum's consistency. Earlier he's gotten a little more consistent, but earlier on we would talk about how some games he just wouldn't show up. Well, now games Tatum struggles, who steps up? Brown. Games Brown struggles, who steps up? Tatum. So they have that dynamic going together. I think the reason they've been to the Eastern Conference Finals 3 years in a row is because they're together. I think the moment you separate them, the Celtics they're this. Because like you said, if you truly don't think he's reached his ceiling, you think he's reached his ceiling, what they're doing now, they can't do without Brown being his all-star counterpart. If that's his ceiling. If he hasn't reached his ceiling, you could probably make the argument like, I think because of Jaylen Brown, he's taking the ball away from him, maybe, whatever. And you think without Brown, he could get to his next level. But if this is his ceiling, you can't get rid of Brown because he needs Brown if this is really his ceiling. But I think they've been to the Eastern Conference Finals 3 years in a row because of them two being together. Because they're the only two that's been consistent, maybe besides Al Horford. But Al Horford's a role guy. But Brown and Tatum, like Kristaps wasn't with them last year. You know what I'm saying? Like each year, it's been them two at the common denominator with them going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I get that.
It would be interesting to see because then I'd be curious because you separate them and the Celtics. I think the Celtics fall apart without them together completely. Because you think Tatum's gonna do it by himself?
He can't.
I don't think Brown's gonna be able to do things by himself wherever he ends up or whoever. Because I would assume Tatum stays and Brown's the one that goes. I don't see Brown doing it by himself wherever he goes. So if I'm the Celtics, it's tough. It's tough.
It is.
But I think is that all we got? Quick little recap.
Man,
we're winding down here on the NBA.
Man, I'm about to watch this elimination game, and see if Anthony can drop 40, do something.
Yeah, I hope the Timberwolves get the dub. I'm kind of pulled for Timberwolves to win it all, but hey, Denver, well-oiled machine. Well-oiled machine. Well, Y'all heard it here first. This has been another episode of the NBA Coverage. We'll catch you guys next week.
I'm gonna chase my dreams.